Majority undocumented Asian immigrants in the U.S. 2025 overview. Unauthorized Asian immigrants are a growing but often overlooked part of the U.S. immigration story. In 2025, new data highlights their rising numbers, reasons for migration, and the impact of changing immigration policies. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. We're exploring the topic of unauthorized Asian immigrants in the United States, looking at the latest 2025 data, trends, and what it all means. Immigration is a complex issue, and our goal is to break it down respectfully and informatively. First, let's define what we mean by unauthorized immigrants. This term refers to individuals living in the U.S. without legal permission, often called undocumented immigrants. They may have entered without authorization or overstayed a visa. According to the Pew Research Center, unauthorized immigrants made up about 23% of the U.S. foreign-born population in 2022, roughly 11 million people. We're focusing specifically on unauthorized immigrants from Asia. While much of the immigration conversation centers on Latin America, Asian immigrants are a significant and growing part of the U.S. population. 1. The numbers bar chart showing immigrant populations by region host. According to the Migration Policy Institute, nearly one-third of all U.S. immigrants in 2023 came from Asia, second only to Latin America. The Asian immigrant population includes people from countries like China, India, the Philippines, Vietnam, and more. In 2023, there were about 13 million Asian immigrants in the U.S., making up 32% of legal immigrants and 16% of unauthorized immigrants, based on Pew Research Center estimates. But how many unauthorized Asian immigrants are there? Exact numbers are hard to pin down because data collection on this group is limited and 2025 specific estimates are still emerging. The Migration Policy Institute's 2019 analysis, weighted to 2022, estimated that about 1.7 million unauthorized immigrants came from Asia. This includes significant numbers from China, India, and the Philippines, among others. For 2025, experts suggest this number may have grown slightly due to increased migration post-COVID. 2. Why do people migrate without authorization? So, why do people migrate without authorization? There are push factors like economic challenges, political instability, or persecution in their home countries, and pull factors like job opportunities or family reunification in the U.S. For example, some Asian immigrants, particularly from countries like China or India, may come on temporary visas for work or study and overstay due to long green card wait times, which can last years. The Migration Policy Institute notes that Asian immigrants, including unauthorized ones, often settle in states like California, New York, and Texas, where there are established Asian American communities. Many work in industries like tech, healthcare, or small businesses, contributing to the economy even without legal status. 3. Recent trends in 2025. 2025 immigration enforcement. In 2025, U.S. immigration policies have tightened, with increased deportations and border enforcement. According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Southwest border apprehensions dropped 95% from March 2024 to March 2025, with only 7,181 illegal crossings recorded. While most of these involve Latin American migrants, some Asian immigrants, particularly from China and India, have been part of recent deportation efforts, with some flights redirecting through Central America, as reported by NBC News. It's worth noting that deportation policies affect communities deeply. For instance, Asian Americans, 65% of whom are foreign-born, often see immigration as a personal issue. A 2024 Pew Research Center survey found that 59% of Asian immigrants believe the U.S. immigration system needs major reforms, with many advocating for legal pathways over strict enforcement. 4. Breaking stereotypes. There are misconceptions about unauthorized immigrants, like the idea that they're primarily involved in crime. Data from AAPI data and APNORC shows that immigrants, including those without legal status, commit crimes at lower rates than the general population. Asian immigrants, in particular, are often highly educated, with 41% having limited English proficiency, but contributing significantly to fields like tech and healthcare. It's also important to humanize this issue. Unauthorized immigrants are often parents, workers, or students navigating a complex system. Policies like DACA have helped over 14,000 Asian American dreamers stay in the U.S., but programs like these face uncertainty, as noted in reports from Stop API Hate. Conclusion: what can we learn? Immigration is a multifaceted issue, and understanding it requires looking at the data and the human stories behind it. If you want to learn more, check out the sources linked in the description, including reports from Pew Research Center, Migration Policy Institute, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Asian immigrants without legal status face complex challenges, but continue contributing to U.S. communities. As enforcement tightens, calls for fairer and more humane immigration reforms are growing stronger. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Majority undocumented Asian immigrants in the US 2025 overview. The issue of unauthorized Asian immigrants in the US is often overlooked despite their significant presence. As of 2023, about 13 million Asian immigrants live in the US, with 16% being unauthorized, estimated at 1.7 million, mainly from China, India, and the Philippines. Many arrived legally but overstayed visas due to long green card wait times, economic hardship, and political instability in home countries, combined with the opportunities in the US, drive unauthorized migration. Most settle in states like California, New York, and Texas, working in tech, healthcare, or small businesses. In 2025, US immigration enforcement increased with the deportations rising and border crossings dropping 95% from March 2024. Some Asian immigrants are now a more deported group despite stereotypes. Data shows unauthorized immigrants, including Asian, commit fewer crimes than the general population and are often well educated. Advocacy continues for more human immigration policies, especially for us Asian American dreamers. Understanding this issue requires support data analysis and empathy for affected individuals.